welcome back to another video. This week we're tackling some work on the Mugen EL. As you guys know, the wing on the carbon side has some clear coat peel, and it's been getting worse because, you know, it does sit in the elements every day, and I don't think they gave it quite a bit of thick enough layer of clear coat, these aftermarket suppliers. So it's peeling. We're gonna tackle that. We're gonna wet sand it all nice and then hit it with some clear coat. Also, if I have enough time, I got this 6D carbon wrap. I'm gonna try to wrap the center of the hood vents, so the fins, in carbon. I've always liked that look where you have the outside all body color and then just the fins are carbon. So if I have enough time, we're gonna also tackle that and try to spruce it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Change it up. And yeah, that's, you know, just give it a little bit of a different look. We got the Road Agent show coming up, and we're gonna be taking both the Spooniest one and the Mugen EL, and I'd like them to look their best, even with their flaws and whatnot, and just have a good time vibing with everybody, and, you know, just assessing things that need to be assessed slowly. So it's gonna be a process. Work from a lower grade sandpaper to a higher grade sandpaper. Same thing, like almost like when we polish the wheels, but this time with paint, and then hit it with some clear coat, and hopefully it turns out pretty good. As you guys can see, already masked off where the paint is, and you can see all the clear coat peel. Yeah, get this all sanded down. I'm gonna start off with the 600 wet sand, then work our way up until it's nice and smooth, and, you know, get it nice. Alright guys, I started sanding it down with the 600 wet sand, as you guys can see, but I think I'm gonna hit it a little bit more with maybe a 400 wet sand, just to get all these out better, so that way when we do clear it, it comes out nice and even, and there's no spotchiness looking things over here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Tackle it with the 400 wet sand. The 600 was doing good, but I think I need a little bit more aggressive. Alright guys, so I stepped it down. I went 400 and then I went 320, and then I just went back to 600 right now to smoothen it out. As you guys can see, it's getting a lot smoother the way my hand passes through it. We're gonna hit it with 800 right now, and then continue stepping it up, but it is getting smoother. This is getting a bit smoother. Most of it's out, as you can see. But yeah, it's coming along. You guys changed the plans. I went back to dry sand all this over here, so that way I knew it would be better, because I didn't like all the burnt clear that was still showing. Still see a little bit, but it's smooth. Now I'm gonna go wet sand up from 400 upwards, because I wanted the 320. It's fucking hot this wing. Got to bring this into the garage when it's ready to be clear coated. But yeah, holy fuck, it's hot to the touch. So now we're gonna go up, get it ready, clear coat, and then we'll mask everything. Because then after, I'm gonna wash this bad boy, because she got a lot of bugs from our cruise, and I gotta wash the wheels and everything because I gotta ceramic coat that after. So yeah, making some progress. Going back to dry sanding was the right call, because now this is so much smoother. You're obviously, when it's all wet, it looks all clear coated obviously, but you're obviously gonna notice that this is brighter than this, just because I didn't sand this all down to the resin. I'm scared to burn the resin and then get right into the carbon, so we're playing it safe. Eventually when the car goes to the body shop will do this the right way, the correct way, but at least this will make it more nicer. And that's the goal I'm going for. It's also my first time doing anything like this with carbon, and, you know, you're only as good as your first time, and you only get better. So that's the goal, to get better doing this, so that way I can start doing these things myself all the time. But this is good practice. But yeah, it's coming out smooth, very, very, very smooth. Yuri's actually on his way here with the Port 15, because I need it for the engine mounts on the Mugen EL. You know, winter rust. So I'm gonna clean them up, and then we're gonna paint them fresh black, because they self-level, and then they're just good. You know, you've seen what they did on the quarter panels. They've Like, here's an update from that last time we did it. This is just the exterior right here, but it hasn't gotten any worse, so it's been working. But yeah, we gotta get that situated still, closer to the end of the season, basically, when it's winter time. We'll get the car sent out and it's gonna get redone. I don't care. We'll get Mercer to pull the engine and tranny out, send it, paint the bay, paint everything. Like, this car needs a treatment. But it is going to go to Mercer's once the CRV is ready, which I got news coming in another video about that, and get some work done, like the EPS and all that has to get done. So yeah, a lot of things off camera, on camera, you know, just doing my best, trying to give you guys content and just doing things that are realistic. I'm not trying to be far-fetched with these builds. You know, it's just simple street/show builds that I like to have for myself and my family. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on. 800 now, wet sand, then jump up to 1500 and 2000, and then move these cars around, bring this one in so the wing can cool off a bit, mask everything, and we hit it with some clear coat, guys. I want to tell you guys, we saved some weight reduction on all the builds because I lost a couple pounds. That's the weight reduction. Yeah. Alright, boys, she is smooth like a baby's bottom. So I just got to rubbing alcohol it so that way there's no oils or anything, no contaminants to apply the clear coat. We're gonna start this one up, move them around, put this one backed up into here into the shade so we can mask everything, and then clear coat it. Then in between coats I'll be taking off the vents and attempting to wrap this to see if we can get a nice little look going on over there. So let me just go get the keys. Also, we got the homie Yuri dropping by. What's up, boy? And yeah, that's the plan, guys. That's the plan. Won't you stay? Alright, boys, we are all masked up. Yep, we are all masked up. I'll probably put a little piece of tape just over here, but that's no big deal. And ready to be degreased with some rubbing alcohol. This rubbing alcohol, 99% alcohol. This is good stuff. I also have this one, rubbing alcohol 70%. So I'll probably use this one first because I have a little bit amount of that because we've been using a lot of shit to clean. So I'll start with the 70%, then just cap it with the 90% to make sure it's all clean. And then we are ready to give some clear coat. Thanks to Yuri, he hooked us up with some high gloss instant clear coat 1K. I used this on the hybrid mirrors and it came out phenomenal, if you guys remember in an older video. So we're gonna pretty much do that. Light coats, multiple coats, but light coats because you don't want no runs. And then I believe it's about 5-10 minutes in between each coat. And then while I do that, I can start taking out the hood vents and attempt that. Wish me luck on that one. It's gonna be a hard thing to do because how tight it is and all that. I would have done it naturally on the hood, but because I have the that sheet that's like the hydro sock for the intake filter, I don't want to cut into that because that protects it from a lot of water and stuff going in there. But yeah, it's going in. It's going good. Not going in, my bad. And it's a hot one today. Yuri with the assist with the wrap job. It's like Christmas. in August. So I just gotta get some paper towel and we'll start degreasing this. Alright boys, so this is 5 coats. I'm gonna actually wait longer. Like I have a little run right there. It's getting so thick now because like I've put so many layers. But like this 1K is gleaming, boys. Oh my god. You still have that little green color to it, but that's because I didn't go all the way to the resin. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's looking pretty good. Even where we were sanding, where the burnt clear was, is looking pretty decent. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Oh, right there. Right there. Gonna have to wet sand that, boys. Right over there. I don't know where that bubble came from. Maybe I could pop it. No, I gotta have to wet sand that. But yo, it's coming out good. I'm gonna wait 10 minutes now and then give it maybe one last coat. I think should be. This is already 5 coats. Yeah, maybe give it a 6th coat, but like a 6th heavy one, right? And then just let it sit for 40 minutes before it can touch. 50 minutes, probably wait an hour. But dude, the wing already looks so much better than what it first started as. Some pretty good clear coat for 1K. Damn it. Damn it. That little bubble. Everything was going so good. And a lot of the scratches got filled in. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Some orange peel. Maybe a slight cut of 1000, I think it is. I don't know.
1000.
Yeah. And then give it a hit with a nice polish. But yeah, it's going good. Alright, boys. 6 heavy coats. Well, 6 light to medium to really heavy coats. The can started to spit towards the end, so I have a little bit of dots. That's all right. Easy. Okay. See, to the naked eye, it's looking kind of dry in some spots, but the camera's picking up how shiny it really is. Yeah, I'm content with that. That looks so much better than what the wing was earlier on. Yuri?
Yeah, a lot better. Way better.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna set a timer for 1 hour. Gonna let it sit while I start doing those hood vents right there. Wish me luck. Alright guys, so we got 2 fins down. This we got some air pockets. I'm gonna push them out on this one. And that was the first piece we tried. We did a different method on the second one, and you guys can see it already came out a lot better. But you know, the first one is always a trial one. But yeah, we got 2 more fins to go. Like I said, I'm covering up to here, but on this one up here, I'm just gonna go right across that line, so we get the border of it, the body color border, and then yeah. But yeah, this is not bad for a carbon wrap, 6D carbon wrap. It looks pretty dope. Once we're done the other one, we'll put it on, and we'll lower the hood, and we'll get a comparison. Also, it's been, where's my phone? Oh wow, dude, an hour has almost gone by. We got 8 minutes left. And this is so far how the wing is looking. What a giant improvement from the way it was. I'm really proud of myself for this. First time doing any carbon clear coat repair. And, you know, by no means am I great at it, but this is acceptable. A lot better than the way it was. So, Yuri and I are just gonna keep trucking along on the last two on the one, and then we'll start tackling the other one. All right, boys. So we got the one vent panel done. This, believe me, took more time than the other three. So we got it down to science. We're gonna bolt it up on the hood now, and lower the hood. Yeah. Do a comparison, and then yeah, side by side. Also, this thing has been over an hour, but I'm gonna give it a little bit more time until I'm done both vents, and then I'll start taking out all the masking tape and all that. But guys, this wing came out amazing.
Yes, brand new.
It's my boy, man. It's my boy over here. Agent looking fire. We're all gonna be hitting up the Road Agent show next week. But this video will be a week after the Road Agent show because I don't have time to edit it for this Tuesday, because it's currently Monday on a long weekend civic holiday. It was that guy's holiday right there. See that guy right there? That white beauty right there? She's been ripping all weekend, boys. Alright, boys, I was optimistic about this wrapping the fins. I thought it was gonna look stupid, but we just put the hood down after we just bolted right up. And what brand are you smoking now, bro?
Some native.
Canada Goose. Canada Goose makes jackets, and now they make cigarettes. That's amazing. What the hell is this? A screen? Scratching my screen? No, it's not scratching my screen. Sorry, I zoomed in on my big face. Anyways, ready, boys? Check that out. Look how nasty that looks, man. Holy. That looks fantastic. My goodness, man. I love it. Now we just got to do the other one, and it'll be complete. Yeah, I think it's pretty good that we didn't cut out the logo on the SimTech vent. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Probably would have ruined the wrap. Like, this gives it like all solid. Yeah. That's nice. Holy. Yeah, we're just gonna push these air bubbles out. But yeah, that looks freaking wicked, man. Oh man. Alright, now let's get that one done, and pretty much everything I wanted to do today will be done except for painting the mounts, but I can do that any day, really and truly. Yeah, the main stuff is done, so we're gonna just off camera do that shit real quick. So that way, oh, buddy, look at this angle, man. I'm getting distracted so fast. Yuri, this thing came out fucking sick, bro. Holy, what a difference, bro. And like the hydro sheet blends it in. That's amazing. All right, we're gonna tackle that one, and then take off all the stuff from the wing, because like, you know, I'm looking at the wing right now. This motherfucking fly right here, bro. Get off my wing, you motherfucker. Go, shoot. Cocksucker was walking on my wing. But yo, look at the gloss on this shit, bro. Look at the gloss on this shit, bro. I made this wing come back to life. That is amazing. Alright, boys, I'll pick this camera back up once it's all done the vent, and then show you all set up. Alright guys, hope you like that little montage. We're done. We are done. The clear coat came out amazing on the wing. The wing looks phenomenal. The hood looks so badass now with the carbon wrap vents. They got a couple of air pockets, but in the heat they'll go away, and then, you know, just keep pushing them up ever so slightly. But yeah, they came out good. Right here is the SimTech logo. Like, as you guys can see, I could probably try to cut it out if I massage it, but I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna just leave it like that, just so, you know, that I don't screw up anything. But yeah, like, what do you guys think? it made this front end come out a little bit more aggressive. Also, I got these new emblems. They're 3D printed from some guy local in Toronto. It was like 15 bucks. So the gray and white, kind of like the rim theme, did front and back. They look phenomenal. Definitely worth the 15 bucks. But yeah, guys, big shout out to my homeboy Yuri. This guy came over for a leaf blower and he ended up just chilling and giving me a hand, which much appreciated to the homie. We're all gonna be looking good come the next car show. It's a charity car show, so we're just going there for fun and hang out and, you know, all the fun stuff. And it's always nice having these two machines parked next to each other. But yeah, now that this is done, I just got to do the engine mounts, the paint with the port 15, but I'm not going to do that today. I think I've done enough today. I've already accomplished 2 good things already. So now, move the EL, put the Civic back in. I'm not going to even bother washing the Civic. Do it next week before the show. And then, yeah, just enjoy the rest of the Monday. I always think it's Sunday today.
Yeah, it feels like a Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy the rest of the Monday. We're going to go get a nice coffee.
Yeah.
Much deserved nice coffee. And then, yeah, that'll be it. That's it. That's just it, boys. Sorry for the darkness. There we go. Oh, there we go. Sorry for the darkness. But that's it for this week's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like. It costs you absolutely nothing. And then subscribe if you aren't already. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.